Hello friends, so let's start another video on German language. So today we are going to learn prepositions with accusative and dative, and these are called two-way prepositions in German. So first of all let us see them. First one is an, second one is in, unter, auf, neben, vor, hinter, über, zwischen. So this is the list of the preposition, and this is the trick to learn these prepositions. Suhani wa. First of all, let us see what are two-way or either or prepositions. Some German prepositions can be used with either the accusative or the dative case. And when to use accusative case, accusative in German, the accusative case is used when the movement is involved. In other words, the accusative case is used with the phrase expressing the direction in which someone or something is moving or being put. These prepositions answer the question wohin. Wohin means to where. If someone is going somewhere, so that is a movement. And in that moment, in that case, we use accusative case. Dative case. The dative case is used when the verb expresses position, location or motion within a fixed location. These prepositions answer the questions wo means where and in what place. In this case, there is no motion, so we use dative case. And point to remember here, accusative case is not for all movement. The accusative case is used when the position is changed from one place to another place. In other words, the accusative case is not simply used whenever there is movement. For example, the children run in the garden. Die Kinder laufen in dem or im Garten. In this case, children are running but inside the garden. They are running inside the garden. So there is no movement from one place to another place. That is why we have used here dative case. And the second example, the children run into the garden. It means they are coming from outside of the garden and they are going into the garden. So there is change of place from one place to another place. In first case, there is also movement but inside of the garden, and in second case the position is changing from outside of the garden into the garden. So let us see first of all in. In means in, into and to. So first of all we learn in accusative case in plus den. Sie geht in den Garten or Wald. She goes into the garden or forest. So here is a moment. She is going into the garden. Er springt in den Fluss. He jumped into the river. Here we have used here accusative case because there is movement and there is change of position from one place to another. Second example here, neuter noun. In plus thus is equal to ins. We can shorten this as ins. Sie geht in das Haus, or we can say sie geht ins Haus. She goes into the house. Ins Kino, to the cinema, ins Tal, to the valley, and ins Ausland, abroad. Now with feminine noun, sie geht in die Küche or schule or Kirche. She goes into the kitchen, school and church. There is also movement and the position is changing. In dative case, there is no movement. There may be movement but the position is not changing. For examples, masculine and neuter noun. Wer ist in dem Auto? Wer ist im Auto? We can use it also. So who is in the car? So because there is no change of position, so wer ist im Auto? Meine Hochzeit ist im Dezember. My marriage is in December. Ist die Antwort im Buch false? Is the answer in the book false? And with feminine nouns, ich bin in der Klasse. I am in the class. Die Flasche ist in der Küche. The bottle is in the kitchen. The Kinder sind in der Schule. The children are in the school. So there is no change of position in these cases. Ich bin in einem Garten. I am in a garden. Ich bin in meinem Büro. I am in my office. Die Fete ist in meiner Nachbarschaft. The party is in my neighborhood. Du bist wertvoll in meinen Augen. You are valuable in my opinion. Let us see auf means on, onto and upon. So without article, ich bin stolz auf dich. I am proud of you. Bist du böse auf mich? Are you angry with me? Wir sind stolz auf unsere Tochter. We are proud of our doctor. In accusative case, legt das Messer auf den Tisch. He puts the knife on the table. So there is a change of position. That's why accusative case. Wir fahren auf das Land. We are going to country. So auf das can be shortened as aufs. Ich fliege auf die Insel. I am flying to island. Now let us see dative case. Der Hund ist auf dem Tisch. The dog is on the table. Because there is no change of position. Der Rock ist auf dem Buch. The skirt is on the book. Wir sind auf der Bühne. It is feminine noun. We are on stage. Meine Sprache ist nicht auf der Liste. My language is not in the list. So auf der Liste because Liste is feminine noun. Das Kind ist auf einem Holzpferd. Is on a wooden horse. England ist auf einer Insel. England is on an island. Was ist auf unserem Teller? What is on our plate? Now, some other uses of auf means here in. Das Studium ist auf English. The study is in English. Die Beschreibung ist auf Deutsch. Description is in German. And das Buch ist auf Deutsch. The book is in German. Auf is used here as in. And its another meaning is to. Auf meinen neue Freunde. To my new friends. Auf eure Zukunft. To your future. Now next one is here an. An means on, onto or at. An plus them is equal to am and an plus thus is equal to ans. Let us see in accusative. Das Mädchen setzt sich an den Tisch. The girl sat on the table. Der Hund läuft an die Tür. The dog runs to the door. And is hanger das Bild an die Wand. I am hanging the picture on the wall. In dative, is sitze an dem Tisch. I am sitting on the table because there is no change of position. I am sitting there. Der Hund steht an der Tür. The dog is standing at the door. Das Bild hängt an der Wand. The picture is on the wall. Its meaning is at also. Ich bin am Markt. I am at the market. Ich bin am Tisch mit Mittagessen. I am at the table with the lunch. Das ist er am Tor. That is him at the door. Ich bin unten an der Tür. I am downstairs at the door. Sie ist eine Lehrerin an der Grundschule. She is a teacher at the elementary school. Das Museum ist an der Ecke. The museum is at the corner. Next meaning is on. Das Licht ist an. The light is on. Ich bin am Telefon. I am on the telephone. And die Leute sind am Strand. The people are on the beach. The meaning is by. Die Häuser am Restaurant sind schlecht. The houses by the restaurant are bad. Ich bin am Wasser. I am by the water. And die Katze ist am Fenster. The cat is by the window. And now in. Der Mond or the Sonne ist im Himmel. The moon, the sun is in the sky. Now let us see neben. Neben means beside and next to. In accusative case, note when neben indicates direction, it can be strengthened by adding hin. For example, stellte die Blumen neben den Schrank hin. He puts the flowers next to the cupboard. Setzte sich neben seine Frau hin. He sat down next to his wife. Stelle den Stuhl neben das Fenster. He places the chair next to the window. Was ist neben Sweden? What is next to Sweden? In dative case, der Briefkasten ist neben dem Eingang. The mailbox is next to the entrance. Das Schlafzimmer ist neben der Küche. The bedroom is next to the kitchen. And dein Auto ist neben meinem Auto. Your car is next to my car. Next one is here über, over, above and across. Accusative case is hänge die Lampe über den Tisch. I am hanging the lamp over the table. Der Junge klettert über den Zaun. The boy jumps over the fence. Das Kind läuft über die Straße. The boy runs across the street. Another meaning is about. For example, der Brief ist über mich. The letter is about me. Sie ist ärgerlich über ihn. She is angry with him. Dative case, die Lampe hängt über dem Tisch because there is no change of position. The lamp is hanging over the table. Das Handtuch hängt über dem Zaun. The towel is hanging over the fence. Die Ampel hängt über der Straße. The traffic light is hanging over the street. Now next one is unter. Unter means under, below and among. In accusative, der Ball rollte unter den Sessel. The ball rolled under the easy chair. Die Katze verschwindet unter das Bett. The cat disappears under the bed. In dative, the Katze liegt unter dem Bett. The cat is lying under the bed. Mein Korb ist unter dem Tisch. My basket is under the table. Das Hemd ist unter der Hose. The skirt is under the pants. And giant book ist unter der Zeitung. His book is under the newspaper. Another meaning of this is among. Mein Kind ist unter den Kindern. My child is among the children. Next one is here zwischen. Zwischen means between. In accusative, sie legt den Brief zwischen das Buch und die Zeitung. She is putting the letter between the book and the newspaper. Ich komme zwischen 6 und 7. I'll come between 6 and 7. Samstag ist der Tag zwischen Freitag und Sonntag. Saturday is a day between Friday and Sunday. In dative, es ist zwischen dir und mir. It is between you and me. Es ist aus zwischen uns. It is over between us. And zwischen uns ist alles vorbei. It, it is all over between us. Ist zwischen dem Mann und der Frau. He is between the man and the woman. Was ist der Unterschied zwischen einem Schüler und einem Studenten? What is the difference between a pupil and a university student? Es ist zwischen den Zeitungen. It is between the newspapers. Das Fahrrad ist zwischen den Autos. The bicycle is between the cars. And unsere Tasse ist zwischen den Tellern. Our cup is between the plates. So these are the examples of plural. Now let us see for. For means in front of or before. Accusative is setze mich vor den Fernseher. I am sitting down in front of the TV. Here is a movement also. And in dative is sitze vor dem Fernseher. I am sitting in front of the TV. So there is no change of position in the second example. Ich bin vor dem Zoo. I am in front of the zoo. Der Garten ist vor dem Haus. The garden is in front of the house. And er steht vor der Tür. He is in front of the door. Now hinter. Hinter means behind. In accusative, die Kinder gehen hinter das Haus. The children go behind the house. Er stellt die Schuhe hinter die Tür. He puts the shoes behind the door. In dative, ich bin hinter dir. I am behind you. Die Polizei ist hinter ihm. The police is behind him. Die Kinder sind hinter dem Haus. The children are behind the house. Die Schuhe sind hinter der Tür. The shoes are behind the door. Die Bibliothek ist hinter der Post. The library is behind the post office. So that is all in this video. We'll learn something new in next video. So till then, tschüss.